Mako. Ta.
Look a bit low. I could give you a song. The Red Mountain. Oh, don't. Oh, don't mind. The Red Mountain. You look a bit... I could give you... The Red Mountain.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough. To you now.
There you are. After all your talk, I was beginning to think you'd abandoned us. The Grey Host raided my city. Killed more of my people than I like, but we held them off. Barely. Now those bastards are gathering in Ichuan de Zel for their next attack. Well, they certainly did a good job with their first attack. Lady Belaine actually tried to kill me herself. Might have succeeded, if not for Arana. She drove off Belaine and saved my sorry hide. As soon as I can assemble my troops, we'll strike back. Damn! Damn it, outsider! Ah. But your words ring true. All right. Defense only. For now. Arana had that look in her eyes, though. I think she plans to try to deal with Belain on her own. Now, if you have the mind, go to Nichiwandazel and help the witch rebel, eh? Watch your step in Nichiwandazel. From what we could tell, the Grey Host was gathering there for days before the attack. Even without the vampires and werewolves, there are old traps and metal monsters to contend with. Dwarves never did like company.
Courier? Over here.
I knew I sensed a friendly presence. Thank the spirits for leading you here. I wanted to finish this, but Belain, she's too strong. And the Grey Host. I tried to return to Markarth, but got turned around. I chased Lady Belain into the depths, battled her to a standstill. Then she summoned the Grey Host. She fled while I fought them off. To the orrery, I think I heard her tell the Grey Host commander. Listen, I sensed something else down below. A second keystone. Find it, and you'll be able to enter the orrery chamber. Forget. Don't linger, Harrier. All this death, it fuels the dark heart, making it stronger with every passing moment. Down the stairs, then look for the vaults. That's where I fought Lady Belain.
I'm as frustrated as you are, Gwendis. We don't have a keystone, and I haven't been able to discern another way to get inside. Try as I might, I haven't been able to penetrate the wards on the door into the orrery. The dwarven magic is too powerful. Without a keystone of our own, we'll never get inside. Another keystone? It seems the spirits of the Reach smile favorably upon us after all. But you say Lady Belain escaped from Arana. Any idea where she may have gone? No one has entered or departed by these doors in all the time I've been here. It's clear that Rodda and Belain know more about this old dwarven structure than we do, though. They must have another way to come and go as they need. By all means, if it works, we can finally confront Rodda and Lady Belain. Together. I can get through to Rodda. I must.
Rodda! Stop this! There is no stopping it now. A few more adjustments to this infernal machine, and all will be ready.
This won't save your brothers and sisters. I told you it's impossible.
Oh, but you're wrong. About so many things. Can't you feel it, Verandis? The tug of the Dark Heart on your cursed soul.
Leave him alone!
The Dark Heart? You're going to sever our souls from Bhaal?
You see, once I gather the Exarchs to my side, my ancient promise will be fulfilled. Belain, spare Verandis and his cherished daughter. Dispose of the rest.
Come and gaze upon the heart. Come and witness my true power. You fools! The Dark Heart is mine to command. This is the place where your little rebellion ends!
The Spirit Queen led me here, Harrier. I'll help you defeat this abomination. Look how Belain corrupts Namira's gift. I'll create void portals. Use them to reach those Void Mothers and destroy them. We can defeat her. The fate of the Ridge depends on it. Use the void portals to reach the Shades, Harrier. Portals will help you reach the Void Mothers.
flows through me.
Lady Belain. Is she dead? The Spirit Queen, Namira. She required a champion. She gave me the strength to press on, despite my wounds. Now, that strength is gone. She is the spirit of death and decay. Belain defied natural death, as all vampires do. Using Namira's energy like that, it was an affront. I am happy to have done my part. Verandis needs your help. Go, Harrier. Use this one last portal. Please, help Verandis. I see it now. The Lord of the Grey Host.
Verandis! The orrery won't slow down!
Oh, my friend, your timing is perfect. Get to the far platform and throw the switch. It will take all of us to stop this infernal machine. My friends. Now tell me, what of Lady Belain? If you hadn't arrived when you did, Gwendis and I would not have been able to power down the orrery. Thank you. But tell me, what of Arana and Lady Belain? I could feel them. It was like a battle in the darkness. So it was Belane's death I felt in the darkness. Rodder was right. For some reason, the connection I have to the Dark Heart is strong. But there was something else. Another sensation. Where's Arana, my friend? Arana dead. That's another soul lost to the void. Between her and those that perished at Markarth, the Dark Heart ate well this day. I'd like you to return to Understone Keep. Tell Ardkadok that despite what we have lost, Markarth is safe.
You sure you'll be alright here by yourself, Arandis?
I shall return to Markarth shortly.
What am I saying? Of course you will. But if you're not back soon, I'll come and drag you to Markarth.
Ah, here's one whose report we need. We did as you said, Rover. We defended the city and kept our people safe. Then, all of a sudden, the Grey Host turned and fled. And I barely got to kill a dozen or so of the bastards myself. Do I have you to thank for this unexpected turn of events? Well, that explains everything. Someone will sort out the details and tell them to me later, eh? All that matters is the Grey Host called off their attack and departed as soon as they lost their leaders. But where's Arana? I want to thank the witch. Arana promised to stop Lady Belaine, no matter what. Trust a Reach Witch to make her own words come true. At least it was a good death, given in a noble cause, and Markarth still stands. We'll remember what Arana did, and we'll remember you as well. They scattered and fled. Good riddance. Between Arana's Wilders and my Stonehands, we held them back. And when you cut off the head, they were done with this fight. There's some cleanup to be done in the wilderness, but nothing we can't handle.
We stopped Lady Belain from gorging the Dark Heart with all the souls of Markarth, but we can't bring back the dead. Still, the heart awakened but never reached full power. We turned back the Grey Host and killed Belain. That's a victory, my friend. The orrery remains charged with void energy, but the Dark Heart was never completely filled, and it already wanes. That means we denied Rada al-Siran a limitless source of power. Rada may have escaped for the moment, but we will find him. Any surviving Night Hollow clan members are bound to the Dark Heart. As it wanes, so will they. When you destroyed Lady Belain, you sealed the doom of her entire clan. That threat is ended forever, thanks to you and Arana. Yes, whether through the use of the orrery or some other means, Rada tied the void energy to the Grey Host. And due to my past affiliation, that seems to include me. I can feel it, hear its dark whisper. I need to ponder the implications. Soon. For now, savor this victory. The courage of mortals, not some buried relic, is the true heart of the Reach. You've saved countless lives, and proved to the Reach folk that not all outsiders are a threat to this land. Rada's time will come.
The
time has come, my friend.
Evil today.
Let us speak.
An ancient darkness at the very heart of the Reach that threatened to destroy us all. These outsiders stood beside us and made our troubles, our enemies, their own. Let them hear our thanks. Look around you, people of the Reach. Markarth still stands. See your fellow Reach folk, and know we will always fight for our land and our ways.
I know you've only had a moment's peace, but we must renew our hunt for Rada al-Siran with all due haste. The setbacks will not slow Rada for long, and he's likely closer to his true goal than we know. That I have yet to determine, but consider what he's wrought thus far. Harrow storms across western Skyrim to revive the Grey Host. Here, the souls of Markarth reaped to empower the Dark Heart. Both great sacrifices. But I fear worse is yet to come. A good question. Despite your success stopping High King Svargrim and Lady Belain, the reawakening of the Dark Heart has provided the Dwarven Orrery with a frightening source of power. But to what end? I need your help to ascertain the answer. A moment. Sometimes the intensity of the currents flowing through the darkness can be overwhelming. It's nothing. I don't want to concern the others. Whatever Rada did at the orrery, it connected the Grey Host to the Dark Heart. And that includes me. Like the souls of Markarth that the Heart consumed, a part of me is caught within the void. I don't know. I can feel the Dark Heart's pulse. A throbbing that grows stronger as the Heart becomes more powerful. But it hasn't consumed me. In fact, like Arana and Lady Belain, I may be able to draw upon it. Though I haven't attempted that yet. Investigate the Grey Host activity in the foothills north of Markarth, near Bethardams. Fenorian will meet you there. Gwendis and I will return to the orrery in Arcthazand. Join us once you uncover Rada's plans.
wayward guardians grow in number, and so does our need to arm them. Arana spoke highly of you, Heria, and I trust her judgment. The wayward guardians could use your help, if you're willing to fight once more. Most clans believe the halls of the Deep Folk are cursed. Maybe they are. But they know how to work metal. The people talk about you. About our enemies.
Brothers and sisters, we are on the cusp of victory through the void. Everything we lost will be returned. Claim your life. Success will bring salvation. Give him my best.
Damn it! I knew we should have attacked when we had the chance.
My orders were to wait, Lyris. At least Rada left something in his haste.
Wait, is that you, partner? Could have used you a moment sooner. I was this close to finally planting my axe in Rada al-Saran's face. If Fen hadn't insisted we wait for his Raven Watch friends, that monster wouldn't have slipped through our fingers. Again! You're still on the hunt for him too, I see. When Fen got his orders to investigate the Grey Host, I invited myself along. Sorry about my temper. It's just that we've been shadowing these bastards for a while, and it looked like the opportunity to strike was finally at hand. Well, Fen's the one keeping notes, but Rada al-Saran gathered his subordinates and remaining forces here. It's clear he's preparing to make a move, so Fen sent word to the Raven Watch. I just wish we knew more about this dark storm Rada mentioned. Yeah, a lead that's dragging us in circles. Look, Fen can tell you more. I'm sure he'd love to talk to someone other than me.
What? Oh, sorry. I was fixated on this trinket. When Verandas said he would send someone, I assumed he meant Adusa. We weren't supposed to make a move, but Lyris feared we'd miss our chance. I don't think we ever had one, but don't tell her that. Other than I think it belonged to Rada al-Saran, I sense a powerful magic has been cast on the item. Auramancy. I recognize it. The technique is remarkably similar to what Verandas uses. Not surprising, I suppose. They were friends once, after all. Well, after their defeats in Western Skyrim and the Reach, the Grey Host has regrouped. The ancient Exarchs have arrived and asserted their control over the newer troops. We also intercepted a courier a few days ago. He carried a coded message. My command of ancient Yokuden is elementary at best. I assumed it had something to do with harrow storms, until Rada al-Saran mentioned this dark storm. I think he's planning something massive. More massive even than the storm over Solitude. We're going to meet Verandis. Right now? Yes, that would be prudent, I suppose. Do I look presentable to you? Befitting of an audience with the Count? Is that Count Verandis?
The soul's ability to travel among infinite planes of existence is equally boundless.
Then, what did you do?
Souls can go anywhere. Imagine if they had the freedom to choose their destination, or even return to life.
It's the Auramancy. We're seeing an image of the past.
Among cordwood. Irritating. Nothing more. The pipes are easily replaced. All your efforts are a waste. Survive the ritual. How can you stand against our storms?
escaped, Count. But we intercepted this letter.
A moment, Fenorian. The darkness has passed. Well done acquiring this letter.
Never mind the pat on the back, Verandis. What happened?
It's nothing. A distraction. Our friend has arrived, and we must not waste any time. The Dark Heart. The episodes grow more frequent. Each time the currents swell. It's like I'm losing myself to the darkness. We must uncover Radha's plans before that happens. Perhaps this coded message will tell us more about the Dark Storm. I see that Rodda has employed his mother tongue to obscure the message. I remember his language, and the Grey Host ciphers well. This isn't a dispatch. It's a letter. To me. No, he's trying to persuade me. Convince me that his path is the right one. Prove to me that the dream we once shared is within reach. The letter outlines, in essence, the recipe for Radha's Dark Storm. Not in and of itself. He wants me to follow in his footsteps. To see what he did and learn the truth of what he promises. In doing so, however, I will discover how to stop it. He's bearing his stroke to me, confident I will not bite, but I must. I must seek a place in the Reach where the land was sundered from Tamriel. And I must study the Void through Night Hollow eyes. And finally, I must learn about keystones in Badar Zel. In my current state, I don't trust myself. Will you go in my stead? I leave the course of the journey up to you, but these three will go ahead to assist you. Lyris to Understone Keep, Gwendis to the Night Hollow Archives, and Fenorian to Badar Zel. I'm sorry.
I made some interesting discoveries while I was waiting. Betharzel is more intact than the few other dwarven ruins I visited. I spotted a chamber that appears related to the Keystones. But more intact doesn't mean completely intact. The path ahead is blocked. Therein lies the problem. My vampiric abilities make traversal somewhat trivial, but you can't follow. I do believe I've come up with a solution, though. Potentially. Theoretically. I noted numerous void portals scattered around Betharzel. I understand you and Verandis encountered them before. I'm no expert on teleportation. May I suggest trying to It worked! I mean, of course it worked. I'll be waiting on the other side. every confidence you wouldn't get sucked into some boundless void. The repository
Let's
is
see
just
what
through
we
this
can
door.
find.
This looks like some kind of manufacturing equipment. What's this? More of Rada al-Saran's oromancy, I suspect.
Gods, I can't get the smell of her blood off my hands.
It was a mercy. You know that.
I ruined her, Rodder, body and soul. I played God and Lysolda paid the price. I'm a damn fool.
A fool once told me there is no such thing as damnation. Only souls who have lost hope.
That's not fair, Rodder.
You said it with such conviction I could not argue. You have not forgotten our promise, I hope.
We'll seek salvation together. Thank you, Rodder.
Verandis was aware of this plan, and he was its architect.
The Harrier returns. With good tidings, I hope. Even the smallest piece of dwarven the witches say are...
Back to your name.
Over here, partner. Well, I've got bad news and worse news. Kadok and I already exchanged words. Most of them insults. The only agreement we came to was that he'd stop sending his stone hands to toss me out if I stopped breaking their noses. It wasn't a fight until he sent his stone hands against me. Wasn't much of one after that, come to think of it. We got as far as Sundered Land when he shouted something about Mana Marco and called up his personal guard. That's what I was trying to find out when Kadok got all angry and said something about my head and a pike on the wall. Look, you talk to him. Maybe you'll have better luck than me. Markarth would be a ghost town if it wasn't for you. If that doesn't earn you the courtesy of an audience, I can go back to breaking noses. The Ard is in his throne room.
Had my fill of Reeker's grace in my presence today. Seeing is how you've shed blood for me, and mine. I'll give you my ear, but make it quick. My bile's up, and too much talk will likely make it churn. Ah, you speak with that half-giant's tongue. What business is it of yours, what I do with my land? I gave that parcel to Mana Marco years ago. It was his to offer to Molag Bal, as he pleased. Why dredge up such dealings now? Aye, you and the half-giant both, so the crows say. Don't think I've not spied on you, same as Lady Belain. I gave that land to Manamarco, long before the god of schemes brought his wrath to your empire. The labors of his cult cast it to oblivion. Manamarco didn't call me confidant. When he departed, he said the failure here would forge his success elsewhere. I never saw him again. If you want to know his mind, you'll have to see what he wrought yourself. I'll open the way for you. There's a lift in Nichuancel that'll take you to the Sundered Land. I keep it sealed, for reasons that should be obvious, but I'll see you're granted passage.
Got the information we need? Good. Another memento here, like the one Fenorian found near Bethar Dams.
This is feasible.
No, Rodder, merely a possibility, but the soul binding required.
We can save our kindred from Cold Harbor's torment, and you quibble over the cost? Is your heart so cold?
Even if you returned our kindred to life, Molag Bal's claim to their souls would remain. Our contracts are inviolable.
Another obstacle to overcome.
You think the Prince of Domination is merely an obstacle? Rodder, listen to yourself.
Kneeling when I should have stood proud was the greatest mistake I ever made. I will not repeat it.
Verandis and Rada al-Saran seemed pretty friendly back in the day. Did you know about that?
Over here. Night Hollow Keep is just ahead. Night Hollow Keep is down this path. The archive should be right inside. In writings we recovered from Lady Belaine, she mentioned a Night Hollow testament. That's probably what we're looking for. Just watch yourself. The place is locked down tight. Well, it's crawling with Night Hollow vampires. Not just the mindless, spooky kind. Looks like some of them got recharged when the Dark Heart woke up. They patrol the outer wall in shifts. One door in and out. It's locked, but they carry keys. You got it. I haven't been able to keep track of their comings and goings, so there's no telling which vampires have the keys. Attacking them could attract unwanted attention. If you want to find a more discreet way past that wall, by all means. Remember, I'm off. If I see something that might help, I'll let you know. That's a Grey Host Pentarch, probably after the same thing as us. What's that beside him? That wasn't as difficult as I expected. Now let's enter the archive. As far as libraries go, the lighting in here is terrible. Hey, that's done. Hey, why is this trinket over here glowing?
Those my notes.
Brandis, forgive me. As ever, your genius captivates me. I had no idea you made such progress.
I'm still no closer to a viable solution.
You're closer than you think.
How do you know that?
I discussed your findings with a new ally. They claim it will work. Only your trepidation holds us back.
I thought you'd changed. That you sought penance. I won't participate in mass murder!
Our dream is within reach, and you're still concerned for the mortals. Verandis!
Verandis keeps everyone at arm's length. Is this why?
Past is ancient history. Rodder's intentions were to sway me back to his side.
That's not good enough, Count. Why didn't you tell us that this was all your fault?
Father, it wasn't just your research that let him revive the Grey Host. The actual procedure was your creation.
You don't understand. Please tell me you found out more about the Darkstorm. The others see conspiracies where there are none. Just past sins that I thought long buried. They say you found everything that Rodder wanted me to discover. Tell me about the Sundered Land, the Night Hollow studies, and the secret of the Keystones. Remember the journey Rodder sent me on? The one you took in my place. It was to follow in his footsteps, to see how he reached this moment in time. This stone, it's a shard of oblivion lost in our world. How would that help him save the Grey Host? To see the void through Night Hollow eyes. Yes, it's written in the tongue of the first vampires. I can read it, barely. In addition to other things, this is basically a spell book. It's full of rituals to appease and make use of the Dark Heart. Was the point to show me the inner workings of the mysterious dwarven keystones? We know Rodder used one to link the Dark Heart's power to not only the orrery, but to the Grey Host as well. I can feel the pull of the heart just thinking about it. What you discover doesn't tell us much about the Darkstorm, at least not yet, but the picture is beginning to form in my mind. Rodder's letter provided one more clue. He claims to have a laboratory inside this very structure. We just have to find it. Come, Ravenwatch, Titanborn. We can't let the specters of the past distract us from our mission.
Very well.
I'll remain by your side as we search. think we're getting closer. A moment. I sense... Rodda has been this way. Careful! That Night Hollow vampire radiates with the power of the Dark Heart.
Vengeance for Lady Belay! Witness what a taste of the Dark Heart can do.
Yes, this is it. I can feel the echoes of Rodda's work here. Rodda has taken my research in directions I never imagined. Dwemer machines, Night Hollow rites, Reach witchcraft, all arrayed around that pedestal. Yes, I'm beginning to see how the pieces you retrieved fit together. He's building a bridge through the void. The Oblivion Shard serves as a lodestone to point to his destination, but Cold Harbor is precisely the place he would want to avoid. Rodda has always sought to escape Molag Bol's hold on his soul. Cold Harbor is the place where Bol's power is absolute. It makes no sense, unless Cold Harbor isn't his destination. Gather the others. We need to recreate Rodda's ritual. Fenorian will reproduce the Reach alchemy while Gwendis performs the Night Hollow rites. You must manage the Dwemer machines controlling the tonal, etheric, and kinetic energies. I will attempt to scry the stone and direct you accordingly. These Dwemer devices, they are similar to pieces of the orrery itself. They manipulate various cosmic forces, tonal, etheric, and kinetic, to chart the expanse of the void. You must keep these forces under control for my scrying to succeed. The components you retrieved from Bathar Zel showed me that the keystones consist of these same sorts of devices, just on a smaller scale. As I conduct the ritual, I'll indicate what parts of the process require your intervention. Be on your toes. Rodda pointed us to the means and method of recreating his work. There's something he wants for me to see here, and I believe the only way to truly understand what he's done is by repeating it ourselves. I only hope the risk is worth it. We are attempting to harness forces never intended to be combined, to peer into the infinite, churning chaos we call the Void. I only suggest we try because it appears Rodda has proven it can be done. Besides, we have no other choice. These Dwemer devices, they are similar to pieces of the orrery itself. They manipulate various cosmic forces, tonal, etheric, and kinetic, to chart the expanse of the... Now to begin, start by adding etheric power. Quickly, I need more kinetic power. Now, some tonal energy.
Reach ritual. It's catalyzing too quickly.
quickly, help Fenorian! We're losing kinetic energy. I need more. I need an influx of etheric power. Wendis needs your help with the Night Hollow Rite. Just the tonal frequency, quickly! We almost have it, just a little more! I'm losing control of it. Reduce the kinetic energy. The Night Hollow Rite is surging. Help Gwendis. The tonal harmonics are in discord. Change the output. Fenorian, we'll need the alchemical reaction soon. Recalibrate the etheric power. It's too little. The kinetic mechanism is off balance. Set it right. We're close. Help Gwendis with the Night Hollow Rite once more. Catalyze the Reach alchemy now! Initiate a tonal cascade and hang on! I can see it! I can see everything! Rodder found it. A piece of land sundered from the Reach, caught between Mundus and Oblivion. It is both and neither, outside the grasp of Bhaal, or any prince for that matter. He plans to gift the Grey Host with his sanctuary. Don't you see? In their own realm, free from Molag Baal's tyranny, the Grey Host can live forever. And with the connection to Mundus and the power of the Dark Heart, their conquests might never end. And now I see the purpose of the Dark Storm. The Dark Heart. Rodder's drawing on its power. I can feel it tearing away. To the orrery. Hurry. To the orrery. Hurry. Rodder! Stop! Don't make me fight you!
This is the chance you never thought possible. The door to our salvation stands open, Verandis. Come, finish what we started. All will be forgiven.
Brother, don't do this!
The void energy is consuming you, Verandis. I can show you how to control it. Just follow me.
What happened? Where'd the bastard go this time?
He's gone, Lyris. To the one place where he can complete his plan. I understand it all clearly now. Rodda has opened the gateway to his sanctuary. In that distant realm, he can summon his Darkstorm using the power of the Dark Heart. He'll consume the Reach to fulfill his promise. No. Not good at all. The Darkstorm requires power on an unprecedented scale. Darkness that will cover the Reach and send every mortal soul it touches into the Dark Heart. In turn, the power of the Heart will flow through the orrery to feed the storm. It will tear the Grey Host from Molag Bol's clutches and preserve them for eternity in his sanctuary realm. Death will become as much a petty inconvenience to them as to any Daedra. They will become truly immortal. To end the Darkstorm, once it's begun, I need to enter Rodda's sanctuary realm and take control of the ritual. I can't ask you to join me, but I won't dissuade you if your course is set. Just know that I can't guarantee we'll be able to return. Rodda showed us the door, and we forged the key. I have to follow. I have to stop the Darkstorm, for as you have seen from Rodda's Auramancy, this monstrosity is my creation. Whether you decide to accompany me or not, know that I value our friendship. Rodda has started the ritual in his sanctuary realm. I can feel the pull in the darkness. Soon the Darkstorm will consume the energy in the Dark Heart. Then more people of the Reach will die to feed the Heart and power this apocalyptic storm. Rodda aligned the orrery in order to make his escape. Use the keystone on the dwarven mechanisms that control it. That should open a breach we can travel through. Then, maybe, I'll have a chance to stop this storm I created. Rodda has stopped. I never intended my theories to be turned into reality. In my research into a way to grant mortals the same immortality as vampires kept leading down dark paths, I abandoned it. I should have also destroyed it. Rodda corrupted it for his own ends. When you're ready, activate the mechanisms on each of those platforms in sequence. This process should be less risky than what we attempted earlier. Someone must keep the orrery in operation. They give me an earful when we return.
I'm holding you to that. Understand?
We are about to travel into the unknown. Take a moment. Speak to our companions. Make whatever peace will calm your soul. When you're ready, we shall enter the portal together. No. Nothing else needs to be said. We are about enough to atone for the hubris of my first years as a vampire. Rodder went to great lengths to remind me of my damnation. And I still can't control the darkness racing through my blood. I may not be able to do what must be done. Those words keep returning to haunt me. They never fail to make me feel foolish, both for having said them and for doubting them. Things may look hopeless from here. There may be a better vantage on the other side. Only one way to find out. The portal into the Dark Heart stands open and waiting.
I expect you back before Fenorian gets bored. Don't make me come in there after you.
We shall endeavor to return shortly. Tell me, my friends.
Are we leaping into the gaping portal or not?
The Dark Heart is overwhelming. Salvation is within our grasp. All you need to do is take hold.
You really think we'll have peace here?
Not even Mola Ball can threaten us here. The Grey Host will be an unstoppable force. Nothing will be beyond our reach.
Rodder, your dream was never mine. It ends here.
Verandis, we are nearly free. Verandis! Join our forsaken kin in Molag Bal's teeth, you traitor! Watch as I destroy everything you cherish. You possess all the skill of a child. This is the sword that split Letty's blade, reforged in bitter blood. I owe you a cup for every one of my... I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood. An arm? A frigid death is more merciful than you deserve. Is it your intention to bore me? Blood, blade, and soul as one. Soon your blood will run as cold as my own.
Never win through brute force. We need a new strategy. Strike down more of the Grey Host. I have a plan. That's it. Keep feeding their souls to the Dark Heart. Use this power. Are collected and must be released. I've woven a trap. Bring Rodder to me.
Verandis, dare raise your hand to me? and win your salvation. The work of millennia will not be stopped by the likes of you.
Markarth is defeated. Slay more of the Grey Host to fill it. Still need more souls to summon the Soul Trap. Keep at it!
The Ashen Lord calls you to serve.
That's it! I'll have the Soul Trap ready in a moment. Please God, that's me!
Turn the Dark Heart against me! Come, my brothers and sisters, devour them!
Keep sending souls to the Dark Heart! We're almost there! We'll be vulnerable here!
Goodbye, wretch!
Leckies laughing on our shores, dancing with her mocking blade.
Goodbye, Rhoda. I wish I could have found salvation. The Darkstorm rages. I must take control.
It will kill you!
If I don't stop the Darkstorm, then my death will be the least of our worries. God! Power! It's everything Rhoda said it would be! I see. I can... You and Lyris must go. While I still possess the power of the Dark Heart, I can open a gateway to the orrery. Return home. I can only control the Darkstorm from here. I understand now what must be done to stop it. I can use the power of the Dark Heart one last time. When I am finished, the energy will be gone, and our gate to the orrery will be closed. You understand? Not any of it can make everything right. I brought about this tragedy through my naivete, through my selfish desires, through my damn ideals and curiosity. It's my time of reckoning, not yours. This is farewell.
I don't want to owe you, Verandis!
Have faith. Rhoda's last gift was hope.
You're back. But where's Verandis?
He's staying behind. I'm sorry.
He's staying. No. Promised. He promised me.
It was the only way to...
Look out! The Dark Heart! It's dormant. Verandis must have done it. He stopped the Darkstorm.
Arana?
I can breathe. I'm alive? no illusion. Flesh and blood. Alive as can be. I can't say myself. I remember being here, in this room. I remember the wound. Then nothing but a cold, icy current dragging me under. I drowned for so long. Until a warm hand fished me out. I couldn't see. Everything was just warmth and light. There was a voice, though, guiding me, calling me back. It sounded like Verandis. As I live and breathe, it was Verandis who led me here. I don't understand much of what occurred, but of that, I'm certain. That, and I didn't come back alone. There were a great many others drowning in that icy current. I'm certain I wasn't the only one pulled ashore. It's just a feeling, but a strong.
Did I hear you right? Verandis brought that woman back to life? Not just raised her from the dead, actually restored her body and soul? Was that what the Count meant by making it right? He didn't just stop the Darkstorm. He used it to free the souls from the Darkheart. We've got to get to Markarth. Isn't that where Rada al-Saran harvested souls for the Darkheart? If Verandis released them all, maybe Irana's right and she didn't come back alone. That's something we should see for ourselves. You go on ahead. Fen and Gwendis could use a moment. I was hoping to catch up. You hear that? Markarth is celebrating. That magnificent bastard really did it. He brought them back. The Count enjoyed his mysteries, but yeah, I think so. When we started this, I thought the best we could do is pay al-Saran back for the lives he stole. Guess I should have set my sights higher. We rest. With Rada al-Saran dead, the Grey Host is finally buried for good. We couldn't have done it without you, partner. So eat, drink, find some company for your bed. Tomorrow, we'll probably have to do this all over again. It may seem odd coming from a Nord, but I'm glad to see all these Reach folk alive and well. They seem content, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind us bringing them a few more reasons to celebrate. Hey, Bart! News of Rada al-Saran's death won't compare to the dead returning to life, but I'm sure Kadik will be relieved to hear it. You find the Ard and let him know there's nothing to fear from the Grey Host anymore. Tell him he has Verandis to thank. Why spoil the mood? I think I'm going to take a moment. I haven't done that since Fenorian and I arrived in the Reach.
believe it? There's life to the keep again! Ha! That's your doing, isn't it? The Ard seems to think so. He'll want to see you. He's holding an audience in his war room right now.
What's this about a war room?
Ah, you're here too, Titanborn. You come with me. I have a message for your ears alone.
Fine. But if this is Caddock's idea of a joke, you won't find it funny.
We are agreed. If Eastern and Western Skyrim can put aside their differences in the face of the Grey Host, then the Reach can do so as well. Come forward, Freehand. No need to bow. If you'd said only yesterday I'd play host to Nord rulers from across all Skyrim, I'd have told you the dead would live again before that happened. And here we are. A day of miracles! Tell me truthful, you had a hand in all this, eh? Alas! The monster that nearly brought my lands to ruin has paid the price for his wrongs. I could ask no more, and yet that which was taken has been returned as well. Where is Count Ravenwatch, if he thinks to escape my gratitude? Then his name and deeds will echo these halls for as long as I sit upon the throne, which'll be a while yet, thanks to you both, and so long as these Nords are good to their word. I've no idea what peace is like, but I'm eager to find out. We treat for peace. Our battles with the Grey Host have ravaged all our kingdoms and peoples. We each seek to rebuild and recover. Perhaps we'll do so together. At least we'll keep out of each other's way. Before we proclaim, I have a favor to ask. I've need of a counselor. In spite of her treachery, Lady Belain was a canny advisor. I need that again now, more than ever. Tell the witch, Arana, that I will offer her my ear, if she will share her wisdom. I hear she's recently arrived to my keep.
My ears are burning. Is that Not even this gloomy old stone keep can dampen my spirits. My dreams hold true. Markarth is alive with joy. But you didn't approach to listen to me. What is it you wanted? I'm barely foot to stone and he's clamoring for my attention. I had no mind to stand by a throne when I first started my journey. Now, here we are. The Reach has suffered so much. I want to help restore the land. Aye, I'll serve. I can speak for myself. You have more important matters to attend to. There's a friend who's journeyed a long way to thank you personally for all you've done. 'Twould be rude to keep him waiting. There's an out-of-the-way chamber in the rear of the keep where you can meet. Now, I should find the Ard and make sure he thinks before he speaks. I can, but I won't. I'm enjoying the suspense. Off with you.
Run, little rabbit, run. Your skin would make such...
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, my friend. Do forgive my ghastly appearance. It seems I spoke too soon when I bade you a final farewell. I'm glad to have the opportunity to see you again, my friend. None of this would have been possible without you. As did I. When I took hold of the Darkstorm's power, I believed it would be the last thing I ever did. It was a force no mortal hands should wield. Still, with it I was able to draw the souls out of the Dark Heart, return them to where they belonged. No, as the last of the Dark Heart's power ebbed away, I should have been trapped in Rodda's sanctuary realm. But I was forced out. Pushed, I'd say. I fell into the darkness of the slumbering heart. Then I emerged from it, like a moth from a cocoon. My soul became part of the Dark Heart, smelted inextricably into the fabric of its existence. So long as it remains dormant, its hold over me is tolerable. But I am bound to it nonetheless. If I am to be wed to this power, then I must ensure that it never gets used again. For that to happen, both the heart and I must fade into obscurity. House Ravenwatch will carry on without me. Arana will send them here to receive the news soon. I have no regrets. You gave me the opportunity to reckon with my past and pay penance. This journey has brought closure to the life of Count Verandis Ravenwatch. I have a fresh start. As do we all. The kings are soon to speak. You should be there.
Arana said they'd be this way. Come on.
Father!
They said you were gone.
I was, and I will be again. We have much to discuss, but I will not be returning to House Ravenwatch.
But who will...
You three have no more need of a guardian. It's time I put the future of the Ravenwatch in your hands.
But you'll still visit, right?
Every chance I get.
I thought you might enjoy a welcome surprise. Thank you again for agreeing to help Lyris and I with our little problem. It seems there is always trouble that needs fixing, but it's good to find a moment for celebration now and again. I had long planned to visit Skyrim and learn about their long history with the dragons, to help in our battle against them. When I heard that Lyris was here, fighting a sword saint no less, I decided now was the time to make the journey. Rada al-Saran was an Ansei of great renown, a legend to rival Leki herself. The sword saints are a lost legacy to my people. It's a shame that al-Saran did not devote himself to restoring that honorable tradition instead of his monstrous Grey Host.
Finally! Not a moment too soon. Kadak's eager to demonstrate that he's the equal of any Nord king. He hopes it will legitimize his claim as king of the Reach. He's not wrong, but he'd look more a fool if I weren't here to keep his temper on a leash. That I am. It's a new dawn. For me, for Markarth, for the Reach. After all you've done to bring it back from the brink of oblivion, putting up with Kadak's arse-headed notions is the least I can do to make sure it wasn't wasted effort. Let's not stretch the bones of reason. There'll be no shortage of bickering and cursing in our future, but there's trust. So long as we both want what's best for the Reach, that'll do. Best to see him now. I can see him casting glares our way.
Fair adventurers. Come and go as you please. Keep three kings and a jarl biding on their thumbs in a crowded hall. Suppose you've earned that right, Rover. Near everybody in this room wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Simply put, I like that. In doing what needed doing, you brought all the crowns of Skyrim to one hole. You put the Grey Host back in the ground, and you gave us clear skies. At last, we can see where we must go. Take this with all our thanks. Free hands of Markarth, the long-suffering lot, I call my kin. We've survived another long night, darker than we've ever known. But we didn't endure it alone. Against the Grey Host we found unlikely allies, and put aside old grudges. Together, we not only survived, we flourished.
We owe these miracles to the efforts of all kinds. Reachman, Nord, Vampire, Outlander. Heroes of every stripe. Let us follow their example. We have warred together. We celebrate together. Let us rebuild together.
From this day forward, we clash mugs instead of swords. Peace and prosperity to all our kingdoms. Cheers to the heroes of Skyrim.
Let us remember them with song and drink. We, the children of Skyrim, we shall endure.
Did you hear what happened at Hinault Farm?
Some heroes saved the family and the guards from our forces.
What is it?
Does the Dagon cult have in this place, lady?
Do your worst, Remora. I'll tell you nothing.
I'll squeeze the knowledge out of you. Damn. I forgot how fragile mortals can be. Ah, you have arrived. Excellent. I found you both mildly interesting and suitably helpful in the past. Let us endeavor to continue that streak. This Mehrunes Dagon cultist refused to answer my questions, and I may have insisted a bit too vigorously. Since last our paths crossed, I ran afoul of these Mehrunes Dagon followers. While I was investigating their activities, I ran into an obstacle. As much as it pains me to admit, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need your assistance. An Imperial cache hides behind that doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has been warded to prevent entry by anyone, including those of the Daedric persuasion. I need you to shatter the ward and help me discover the cache's secret. Take this amulet. I went to great trouble to acquire it. With it, you should be able to destroy the ward and open the way into the annex. We must reach the secrets inside before the Dagonists get to them. The fate of your world depends on it. The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't gone all day. I acquired a map from the Mehrunes Dagon. The ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside. I sense more wards ahead. Deal with them. I shall wait here. You destroyed the wards. I felt each one shatter in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find? Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read. Interesting. Architectural plans from the looks of it, and not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No, these plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously, strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing. It marks a location in Grotwood, Ne Salis, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep the amulet. It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll. This portal will take you to Ne Salis. Raid the caches while I do.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. Hey, you don't look like a cultist. You're not a Covenant soldier or one of those damn cultists. You're... you! By Barsrog's chilly nethers, am I glad to see you! Between the soldiers and the cultists, this is almost as bad as that business in Orsinium. But what are you doing here? Imperial caches? What a coincidence! That's exactly what brought me here. But then I ran into this band of wood elves. They're under assault by Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. It's just like an investigative Vale story. The cultists are after the cache too? That explains a lot. Their leader is someone called Doombringer Eshel, and he's got some kind of scholar lady following him around like a sad puppy. Farther in, I'm guessing. The cult leader paid off the soldiers, and they let him and his followers wander through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves out of here and then follow after you. We can meet up when you find the cultists. As well as can be expected, last I checked. Barsrog has been doing a good job. He's working with the various clans to keep things going. It's hard, though. A lot of people liked and respected Korog. Even after all he did, Korog's still popular. Nothing specific, but just like you, I felt it was time to move on. Time to take that next step, face that next challenge. So here I am, digging into Emperor Leovik's past at the behest of a wealthy benefactor. Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
Got her!
The cultists. They destroyed the ward and marched right in.
here! You need to see this! What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the scholar lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache. What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore.
We must recover the Daedric weapons, Pedagogue. Bring me the contents of that cache as soon as you have them.
I will. I'll have the walls Move to play! Strike true. Can you... Hang on, let me try. Hey, that actually worked! Look out, Daedra!
Lower your weapon,
What did you
Elf.
find?
I'll
Anything
confer
interesting in
with
there?
the other mortal after they search the cache.
Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too. Not far from here. Just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there.
Now that you've satisfied the Wood Elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal. We already knew this concerned Emperor Leovic, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment. The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. But do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code. So, the Wood Elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Eldenroot to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the Wood Elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful. Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it, even as we speak. Go, little mortal. This portal shall take you to Eldenroot. Do not dally. I sense...
Meet Baragon. Baragon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you.
Evely says you have something for me to look at. Let me take a look. Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code. You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time? My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Evely says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target. Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Evely's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there. Deciphered and everything. Really? She's told me all about you. You were all over her letters from Orsinium. And when she got back, she rarely said 5 words that didn't include some anecdote of your time together. You really made an impression. Nice to finally meet you.
Well, what did the scroll say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret? Foral Lupus? He hired me to investigate Black Drake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Foral Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway. Foral Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Black Drake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperor's hidden retreats. I found it and a journal, the one that led me to Nasalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words. It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business. I never actually met with Foral Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary, a mage named Renna. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there.
Yeah!